Sure. Greetings. We are back. I know y'all missed us.
Here we are again in the wee night hours.
Late in the midnight hour, God's gonna work in your favor. God's gonna turn it around and around and around and around.
And around. All right, we are here again for day number 4 of Being Madly in Love with Me. Okay.
Hey.
This has been a day, sis. This has been a day of emotions. So this was the prompt for today. Oh, let's introduce ourselves. I am your host, Chantel Sierra Tishakim, your holistic self-care practitioner, here with my beautiful sister,
Lady Unk, your spiritual soul sage, the priestess of the path, or as I like to call, divine demonstrator.
The divine demonstrator. We are your soul sisters speaking out and fixing crowns in the process. We have been on this journey today of our day 4 journey of being madly in love with me. And the prompt for today was our emotional check-in. So we had all day to feel all the feels, honey. Look. So as our days are as the day is coming to an end, we get to survey it because the idea was to feel the feelings, identify your feelings with no fixing, no judging, just witnessing. So that was a day. My day started out optimistic and purposeful. I will say that.
Ashay. You know, honestly, the day got better for me. The day got better.
Okay.
For me. You know, I'm transmuting a lot of energy. There's a lot of purging that is going on in my life, spiritually purging, spiritually letting go, and also physically. And so these daily challenges have really been giving me a chance to reevaluate where I stand in certain areas and aspects of life. And so today I found myself feeling motivated when I sat with that question long enough. I started moving and started getting inspired on things that weren't really the goal of the day, but were definitely necessary. And so I realized that, the energy I'm feeling today is motivated and empowered, because I have been feeling a little bit down on my energy. So now I'm feeling more like myself today.
Okay.
I'm feeling more of my own energy, feeling more motivated and clear. And so when I read that last part, without judgment, that was the part that really took me through the process of emotions to kind of weigh what I was feeling, because a lot of times when you feel motivated, right, there is a part that comes before you identify this as, this is motivating me to do something different or do something new or do something else or do something extra, right? A lot of times before that, you be feeling like, I can't do nothing else. And then a jolt comes. And then that jolt comes that's like, boom, that give you that little push. And so the first half of the day, I sat in my feelings like, what was I feeling? And in that moment, I just wanted to take care of some of the things that I needed to check off the list. Like I really wasn't feeling much, but like, okay, accomplish some of these tasks that you need to accomplish so that you can really delve more into your work. And then as I got into the work aspect, the me time aspect of the day, that's where I started to feel like, oh, I am feeling really motivated. I've been really inspired to study some new things or go deeper on some things. Been writing out a lot of the downloads that are coming through for me right now, because things are getting crystal clear. When you start purging, stuff start getting clear. So it actually put me back in my motivated energy, which I have needed so much. I'm like, where were you? I needed you.
Look, just wait. And as the sun, these are the days of our lives. It'll circle back around. And like you said, that jolt will come. For me, it was like the opposite. It was the opposite. So we yin and yang today. So for me, I woke up all fired up. I was like, yes, I'm optimistic. I'm purposeful. And then I went out into the world like, I'm going to get some things done. And girl, the emotions like came over me so heavily. And as I'm just doing the simple things like paying bills, I was overwhelmed. I was like totally overwhelmed, like to the point where I'm boohoo crying in the car. Like, what is going on here? You know, I'm able to do all these things. I was like, okay, how good can it get? Trying to use my mind psychology.
Yes.
Like, how good can it get? But emotionally, in my heart space, you know, I've been drinking a lot of cacao too. So my heart is open. But even in the water company office, it was a lady in there. She was like, I just don't know how, you know, it just keeps getting worse. And immediately when I hear that, I was like, well, just I've been focused on how good can it get. She was like, well, this year started out with a roar and it's just getting louder and louder. And I was like, I felt her energy and just the kind of hopelessness, you know, of like, it's just gonna keep going like this. And I was like, but we're in the first, you know, few days of February. It's a new month. You know, I was very encouraging towards her. But when I got in the car, I was just like, ah. But then I remembered, you know, just allow and, you know, no judgment, just witness. And I'm like, where did that come from? You know? So for me, it's just the being present for myself, but also being present for the energies around me, and being isolated so much, being home alone. I haven't really engaged with other people. So I'm in this little happy bubble, but Lord.
You said that, and then you get out into the world and you be like, my goodness, where's the protection?
look, I need to use my tools a little better next time. My little bubble need to be fortified because, woo, that was interesting.
But allowing yourself, the part I love about today's challenge was the witness without judgment. Like, that is what really carried me through to understanding where I was feeling and what I was processing was actually motivation. You know, I have decided to put my daughter back in her learning pod for 2 days a week, which will allow her to have some more outside time. And so part of the reason I took her out is because I'm not really, I don't really be wanting to do LA traffic. I be wanting to be in my house chilling. I don't really want to drive. Like, to truth be told, I just didn't want to drive her over there.
Get out.
I'm in the world. At home, but I'm realizing, you know, in that I've realized that wasn't the best decision. I was more productive when I had to take her all the way there. Then that set the tone for my day. I was just on the move, and I need to get that energy back moving for myself and for her. And so, you know, coming to that understanding and just like reevaluating, you know, some of the things I'm processing through. You know, my king man is not driving right now. And so that has been a stressor on me for a while, because he was the one, he picked the kids up, take them to school. You know, I didn't have to do all that. I could passenger princess my life away, you know.
It's good to be the passenger princess, though.
So right? I was just enjoying that. And it's funny because one of the things that I aspired to have, like, I had my housekeeper for years. And I've done, this since being in my new home. I'm like, okay, I have to keep my own house for now. So I'm glad that I have that. And I said, when I get rich, I'm gonna get me a chauffeur. Like that's on the list of things that I want, is somebody
bring it in,
drive me around. And so I realized that I had let the fact that I don't want to drive, or I'm resentful about driving, prevent me from being motivated to do the things that I need to do, because I'm gonna have to drive myself around. And so coming into that understanding in the earlier part of the day, I actually came into it yesterday, and then waking up with that on my heart to like move past that allowed me to feel what I needed to feel to get back to being motivated of all of the positive reasons why I need to do this. I need to set the structure of our day up in this way. It allowed me to figure out where I actually am and to transmute that energy really, really quickly. And I think that's been a lot of what has been kind of dragging me down and kind of making me like, oh, woe is me. Now I got to do this. I got to do that. It's like, girl, you ain't got time to be like, find the joy in what you're doing, find how this is benefiting you, and do what you got to do. Shake that shit off. Like,
just like that, like when we got on our call with our mentoring client today, it was just like, after I had already had that whole experience and witnessed it, I didn't judge it. I allowed it. I felt it. I felt the feels. I did ponder it. I witnessed it in a space of, what is this? No judgment though, but allowing. But then I was like, purpose. What are we here for? This is what I said I want to do. So let's do it. And let's get on point, So I'm super excited, even though this challenge I'm taking very, very seriously, because I want to be the change I want to see. I want to be the love that I want to receive. I want to be madly in love with me.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I think, people may look at the challenge and say, oh, these are little simple things. They're so simple, but it's honestly those simple things that have the most profound impact. Those simple adjustments that transmute so much. It doesn't really take a whole lot. It don't take the kid and caboodle and the whole herbal store, or the whole, every crystal you can find. Sometimes it's those little bitty things that we have to investigate about ourselves and even revisit, because as we learn and grow, our standards may change, our boundaries may change. And if we haven't given ourselves the opportunity to check back in, hey, this is spiritual check-in with self. How are you feeling? How are you feeling about the way your life is set up? How are you feeling about the things you're doing? How are you feeling about the people you're connected with? Hey, check in. It's something we have to do for ourselves often.
That is part of that being madly in love with us process. You said something about, it's the little things, right? And what I have found is that the little hinges open big doors.
Oh, I love you say that. You've said that
before. Little hinges open big doors. And even as you said, it's the little things that count. When I was on my own personal mentor call today, my mentor was telling me, speaking in that space where I shared how I was just totally out of control, feeling like I'm doing everything I know to do, and it still doesn't seem like it's happening now. He said, well, I'd love to tell you that it's gonna one day get better. But she said, ultimately, when you are a light keeper, when you are a sage, when you are someone who is holding the frequency of the earth for others, it doesn't get easier. You just learn to manage your emotions in it. So in this day, it was so phenomenal to know that our challenge was to witness, to not judge, and to no judgment, witness, and
just witness. Yeah, just
no fixing, no judging, just witnessing, and knowing that. How often do we try to hurry up and fix it? Let me fix it. What's the problem? How is it going? What is this? Let me figure it out. Like we were saying, let me just get to it. And it's like, no, sometimes this is exactly what it is. Nothing to fix.
And this is what it looks like. You are absolutely right. You know, oftentimes we're rushing to try to fix a problem when we don't allow ourselves enough time to sit in it, so we don't have to go through that test or that trial again. You know, like what I'm learning is, you know, someone said today, and because today was one of those days where I was in and out of calls, like very, very productive, very helpful calls. It was really reminding me of why I do what I do. Today was one of those days that was a perfect reminder of that. And I didn't try to fix. In all of the conversations that I had today with, you know, usually I get a lot of people bring their problems to me. I didn't try to fix, you know, I listened. I offered whatever wisdom came through at the time, and I really transmuted in real time, released, you know, that. And sometimes I hold on to people's stuff because I love so deeply and so truly. I'd be like, oh, Chantel going through it over there. And now I'm over here going through it with you, girl.
Look, that reminded me of that one day when I was like, we ain't trying to fix nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just
when you had to tell me, you had to catch me in real time, like, I'm not asking you to fix, I just need you to listen. And I was like, ooh, but it was like, you know, that gulp you have, you go, mm-hmm. I was like, I did a real gulp, like,
because sometimes it triggers us, right? It triggers that fight, flight, or freeze, especially when it's people that we love, you know. And then, as you know, light keepers of humanity, it's really big, especially if you are an empath, especially if you have learned to transmute energy, especially if you've always been the one to fix it. It's not for us to fix. So that part of the challenge today really, really did give me time to sit back and just be, you know, be in the moment, be in the emotion, allow. And these are the places and the ways that we can also show love to ourselves, which is so beautiful. You know, it's even in the tears. It's beautiful. Even in the confusion, or even in the feeling like you've done all that you can do, but you're still standing. It's like, your knees may be buckling, you might be barely holding on, but you're still here. And that emotion, as I allowed it to express, it moved. And then I was able to be refilled, you know, lighter, and, you know, staying with the breath. Coming to the breath, being in the breath, and knowing that that is where our life force energy resides. Greetings. We have someone in the chat.
Welcome.
We have Fiona in the chat. She's saying good morning. She said, listen. What did she say? Listen, don't try to fix. Yes, listen, don't try to fix. Practice mindfulness. And that is a really, really hard thing for a lot of us as women to do, because we feel so intently. And when we feel it, we want to fix it. It's like, but no, sometimes it's not for us to fix. It's just for it to be experienced. And I honored those emotions today. And I was so thankful, because, it's okay to not have an answer. It's okay to not see your dreams manifest, even though you see them in your third eye. And you know you're doing everything to get you there. But it does take opening that door and being able to hold the frequency of what's on the other side. And sometimes it's a lot more than you're ready for, but it's moving you forward.
And, you know, one of the things that today about, you know, feeling our feelings, witnessing without judgment, without trying to fix, what it reminded me of is staying in the act of gratitude, staying in that space of gratitude, and really enjoying all that I've already accomplished. So many times we have these goals that we set for ourselves that we want to accomplish, getting to this place, this space, getting this object, whatever. And I'm like, I've accomplished so much, this last year, and I need to enjoy where I am, enjoy this new atmosphere that I'm creating within my home, within my family, take the time to really appreciate where I'm at and really witness in real time what I'm doing and how I'm moving through these feelings and how I am regulating my own emotions. And emotional regulation is a requirement. There's so many things, you look on social media, you scroll for 5 minutes, and if you don't have enough discernment and gratitude within your own lived experience, this internet take you upside down and topsy-turvy. You'll be feeling like your man ain't shit, your kids ain't shit, ain't nobody.
Look, I heard that song. Upside down.
Yes.
Inside out. Round and round. And it is some of that will spiral you, send you in a spiral. And honestly, that is what I kind of experienced today. I experienced the spiral because it was so much energy just going. And I had to sit in it and then to balance it. Like, okay, what does this feel like? Witnessing it, what does it feel like without judging it and without fixing it, just experiencing it. And when I did, it was like, okay, you could feel that circulation, right? But at the same time, it was like, is this mine? Is this mine? Or am I just experiencing?
Return the sender. I'm sending all the return the sender. Because when you say that, is this mine, that really reminds me, I definitely see myself as an energetic rod sometimes, where I'm always trying to balance the energy. But like you said, is this my energy to even be balancing in the first place? Because if not, return the sender.
Exactly.
Whoever says
Fiona said, like, understanding to be self-aware, being self-aware. And when we are self-aware, we can return to sender a lot easier. And then it's like sometimes it is a part of what we need to trigger the release in some things that may be subconsciously in our own DNA. As you said, your DNA was what did you say, on a cellular level?
Listen, I'm having a transmute. There is a transfiguration happening on a cellular level within me. I kid y'all not. I'm like, oh my goodness, everything.
That's a transfiguration. You taking it to the Jesus right now.
There is some biblical happening over here. I'm telling y'all, a rebirth and is happening. Something within me is being resurrected as we speak. I'm telling y'all, I can't make this up. I cannot make this up, sis. Listen, I don't know what it's gonna look like at the end of this 28 days, but we only 4 days in, and it's already like, woo, okay.
Look, and I am right there with you. So I definitely am laughing because I feel the same way. We did talk about, it yesterday about you talking about being in the chrysalis, right? And how that feels like we don't know what's about to happen because it's so much changing, so many changes happening so quickly within us and around us. And it's like, okay, are we bobbing? Are we weaving? Are we shaking? Are we shimmying? What is really the place of self-awareness that I need to hold? And I like how you said, being in a space of enjoying the now, being in a space of enjoying what I have accomplished up to this point, and being thankful, being in that space of gratitude, and knowing that in that space of gratitude, it allows us to have more space to make room for what is coming. And it also allows those things that no longer serve to kind of easily melt away. As we said, we're no longer trying to control things. We hands up, and they say down, and they say down, up, down. But no, we're taking our hands off in that space of surrender, knowing that everything is working for our good. Everything.
And that's it. Even the things, the missed opportunities, the missed phone calls, the missed, even in that, which we would normally identify as lack or an obstacle or a challenge, that is everything working for our benefit. How many times, listen, women, we in the love month, it's the month of love. How many times have we found ourselves in relationships that weren't serving us? We found 10 times it's showing, this ain't serving us, this is not serving me, this is not serving me. And we keep going back, only to in the end, we knew that shit wasn't working week 2, month 2, year 2, but we stuck it out so much longer. And so what I'm learning in that, applying that philosophy and all the wisdom that I learned through all my trial and errors, is understanding that what has to happen on a fundamental level is I have to be able to understand myself so thoroughly, so completely, that I understand what energy is of my own, what is not, what things are for me to fix, what are not, what things are for me to handle, to do, to move through, and what are not. And be grateful for wherever I find myself in the present moment, because that is the gift of life, the present moment that you're experiencing.
That is true. I'm going to ring the bell on that. And she say, we are educating this morning. Yes, we are, because this is what we want to do. We want to empower. We want to educate. And as we say, we are fixing our crowns in the process. And this is where, we don't have these candid conversations. Me and Lady Unk have been divinely put together through our journey, and it was like, this is definitely a sister for life that we live lifetimes through.
Clearly.
And when we met, it was just like this energy that helps us both be better and be able to have these candid conversations, as we'll be having tomorrow. So if y'all don't know, check us out tomorrow on the Queens. Give me that again.
No, it's today. Are you talking about the
Fiona's talk podcast? Yeah, I was gonna shout it out, but we'll be there tomorrow night,
right? Thursday, because it's today your time. So yes. we talking on 2 different time zones. It's actually 2 different days. For me, it is still February 4th, and I know for you it is now February 5th. Is that correct?
Yep.
So depending on if you're on the East Coast or the West Coast, we right in that nugget of time. We in that magical, mystical hour, in that transformational hour. And so if you're seeing this and it is February 5th, then today is the day of your podcast, correct? The day you'll be focused on the podcast?
Yes.
This evening. Okay, let me see. Did you?
We got another person on the line.
Yes, join us. We know it's either late or early wherever you are.
Shay is who I talked to her today. She's another one of our sisters we bringing into the fold. She's going to be on our podcast. Greetings. And she's in LA with you, sis. So
she is
to connect you.
Tell me her name again.
Her name is Shay. Is it Tawana?
Ooh.
Shay Baker. Tawana Shay Baker. So we on here.
I know that name. I feel like I know that name. I gotta look.
She has a platform called Unspoken Healing, and she does journal prompts and tunes into the feminine energy. And yeah, we all came together because this is what's needed. And really,
absolutely,
being able to be heard, being able to be witnessed, being able to be seen, being able to be held by yourself. But then also having the tools that allow you to hold others is really what's so phenomenal. Because as women, we do want to be the fixers, but it's not for us to fix. That's what I'm going to take away today. It's not for us to fix. It's for us to experience. It's for us to grow. It's for us to expand. And in this experience of expansion, we have to be able to hold ourselves, as our other sister said, understanding what it is to be, what's it called? Understanding what it means to be in your self-awareness. And understanding how self-awareness allows you to be present in the moment with others. And sometimes it just is creating the space for them to experience their self. And that's what we're looking to do more of as this year goes on. We want to bring you ladies onto our platform so we can truly be a circle of sisters having these candid conversations, because this is what the world is missing. But this is the real deal, Holyfield. It's like, yeah, we can dress it up. We can make it look all pretty. But are we spiritually bypassing in those spaces? As we talked about yesterday, you know, so clock that. Clock that, because there are so many spiritualists out there who are not really practicing what they preach. And this is a space where we are calling forth authenticity. We are calling face your stuff, eat your tea, or eat your, what is it? Run it through the
Take me through that. You gotta go through that,
right? Take me through there and hold me accountable so that I can truly process and work through it. So I don't have to keep repeating cycles. So I don't have to keep finding myself in similar relationships because I haven't learned the lesson. So this is what we're doing, y'all. I am so thankful that y'all showed up, and we will have y'all in this space soon.
Yes.
We need y'all. We
definitely do more to tap in, and I want to really encourage any of the sisters who have any spaces. If you're interested in joining us on Circle of Sister podcast, it is just the two of us at this moment, but we do desire for it to be a true circle where there's more women speaking and sharing their thoughts and us having open, candid conversations, and not just on the spiritual aspect of the information that our metaphysical aspect of the things that we teach, but really in the practical aspect of how it pertains to our life. We know that there are things that are going on right now in the world that is overstimulating us as melanated women. We're thinking about what's going on with politics. Some of the things that are happening in nature are affecting us energetically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. And so this isn't just about us processing through that. This is about us really identifying what is the universe, spirit, and the Most High, commanding for us to do right now. And it is to come together, to collaborate, to move in unison as one divine, feminine organism.
Energy. Yes.
That is moving throughout the world. Go ahead, sis.
And respecting the differences and respecting those unique pieces of the puzzle that each one of us bring, because that is where there's strength in numbers, and there's not a competition because we're different. There's that unification that makes us stronger, because where I am weak, she is strong. Where you are weak, I am strong. And that is where we balance each other, and I am looking and praying, and I have already for years sent out to the universe that our tribe will become stronger as women. The divine feminine energy will become unified as opposed to divided. and we will begin to pull the strength of each other to have us stand. As Sister said, we on the Underground Railroad.
Listen. Well, look, Linda. Speaking of the Underground Railroad, look, Harriet Tubman, Harriet had her Underground Railroad. I'm trying to be trying to help y'all walk across this world bridge. Okay, we are bridging worlds. This the old world to the new world, or the old world to the.
I'm gonna ring the bell on that.
Okay, so we are helping bridge that veil between death and resurrection or rebirth or the afterlife. We're bridging that gap between the humanity and the spirituality. We are bridging that gap between higher and lower frequencies from yin and yang. We are bridging the gap. We are helping you to walk to that next level of who you are meant to be. This is about putting one foot in front of the other and keeping it moving, keeping the momentum going, keeping the energy flowing. And the more of us that can come together and gather in spaces like these to discuss this stuff openly, the more we can transmute the energy. We here for it all. Whatever your specialty is, sis, come tap in and give us the knowledge and the wisdom. It's no more gatekeeping. You know, we have our businesses, we have our books, our products, our courses, and all the things that you can purchase from us. And that's all fine and dandy. Y'all got them too. But now let's come to the forefront. Let's really start to do this work. And I'm so committed to doing this work, y'all. I know my sister right here is committed to doing this work. Like, we are in here. So for the rest of this 28-day cycle, we are completely falling madly in love with me. We're making sure to tap in every single day to let you know what the challenge was for the day, how we experienced it. But we also want to hear from some of you. So if you're interested and you've been following the challenge and you want to come on and speak and you want to share your wisdom about how you're embracing this challenge and what's coming up for you, tap in with your girls. Tap in with it. Look, we don't bite.
She said, yes, we can't fix everything we can't fix everything for everyone. We have to show up for ourselves. Really, that's it. That's the only thing we can do. And even when it comes to our families, and when it comes to our children, when it comes to our parents, when it comes to our spouses, when it comes to our girlfriends, our sisters, we cannot fix them. And that's the thing that we have to really begin to release. And I know when we think about the religious context, you know, of being our brother's keeper, the way we can be our brother's keeper is to be that divine demonstrator of, hey, walk in this way if that feels right to you. But if not, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to condemn you. I'm going to hold the space for you to walk it out too. And we can walk side by side, and maybe we will learn and grow together as we experience life simultaneously in our own unique ways. Not to say I'm right, you're wrong, you're right, I'm wrong. It's just all is.
It just is what it is.
It is. The isms.
The
isms is taking place.
It is what it is. You know what? As we were sitting here, I got called by this particular guest. This is the Archangel Animal Oracle cards that I have. And one of the things that, you know, is really important to me, and one of the things that I really am very mindful of on a daily basis, is what spiritual animals are communicating with us. We know that a lot of the insight, the information, the gifts that we need, you know, some of the things, there we go, that spirit is trying to communicate often comes through various animals. And so the animal for today that I want everyone to look out, and this is like so divine, is the ladybug.
Ooh, the ladybug. And I feel that energy is all about luck, right? and joy and prosperity and abundance.
Yes. So the ladybug is about happiness and good fortune. And the archangel, and I know you know a little bit more about the archangels, but I'll read from the book. The archangel is connected to is Prima Primalik.
Primalik.
Priminalik.
I don't know that one. Tell us more.
Look, let me tell y'all more. Let me get to it. Because I want to read this to you. This deck really helps. And I've noticed that whenever I pull a card from this deck, I end up seeing the animal in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's on a movie, that animal ends up coming through to me. So I want you all to be on the lookout for this. Where is it? Let me see.
And I want our audience to also know that we both are ordained ministers. We have come through many houses of religion and studied intently all of it, right? And so when it comes to religion, we are very much spiritual and accepting of it all, because in our experience, and we both had this similar experience on different parts of our journey, that it all is the same. It's all different names, different people, same thing, same story. So as we begin to navigate religion in the context of spirituality, that's very passionate for both of us. And we've really embraced all of it. I remember coming from being Kojic and Southern Baptist, and my dad being a minister and being a preacher's kid, and having this whole way of thinking oracle cards and tarot cards was evil, because that is what was told. To have grown in that space, to hear from the Most High God that everything is a tool. What you choose to do with it and how you choose to use it is all in the hands of the beholder.
Absolutely.
So you can use, he even said, we know I'll make the rocks cry out. So crystals are rocks, if you really want to say something. But there's lots of things in this earth, and today is a day of synchronicity. So I give thanks that you bring in the animals and the archangels into the space.
Yes, it says about ladybugs. Okay, so the bright little insects are from Orion, and they carry the wisdom and joy in their energetic fields. They spread angelic qualities of peace, harmony, cooperation, joy, love, and higher understanding wherever they go. People sense this and love them for it. If you feel delighted when you see a lady, I said ladybug, but it say ladybird on this. When you see a ladybird, and it is a ladybird, I don't know. Look, I don't know why this deck say ladybird, but y'all,
it's a ladybug there. That's a ladybug.
But it's saying ladybird. I don't know if it's a typo, but we don't ladybird.
It's all in the eye of the beholder.
It says if you feel delighted when you see a ladybird, your energy shifts, and it's this opens you to experience joy and good fortune from the universe. While the service mission of ladybugs on Earth is to eat aphids that damage crops, so that's what they do. They help the crops to survive. Their sole mission is to assist all planets. They work with the fairies and the simps and are elementals. They bow away from fauna or flora and any type of lower energy. So you know how a lot of us who are superstitious, how they say if a ladybug land on you, that's good luck, because it's talking about your energetic frequency. Now, guidance. If you choose this card, it signals that you are about to receive a blessing from the universe. I receive it. Okay. A blessing from the universe. An angel may touch you. Happiness awaits you. You are illuminated with new understandings, for good fortune is coming your way. Give thanks for all that you are that you have already received. What did I talk about? Gratitude. Yes. And that you are energetically preparing for the new before the gift flies away. Ladybird energy invites you to spread angelic qualities today. This will make a difference to those you touch. You may be surprised on how people and animals will appreciate it. You are also asked to communicate graciously to all the people you meet, or to write to in any way that will nourish and support them. So this is the day that is really telling you your blessings is on the way. You know, pop your stuff to get out here, spread the word. If you got a mission today, if you are hearing this, especially at the hour that we're recording this video, if you hear this and you have some, I should go live about this, I should talk about this, I want to do this, now is the time to do it. Someone needs it. Someone's going to appreciate it. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Get on that. Do what you're supposed to do, because this is really telling you that that's how those blessings are coming in. It's affording you the blessings and the opportunities of your life. And I am so grateful. It didn't mention much about the archangel, but I'm definitely going to do some study on that archangel, and I will follow up with you in regards to that. This is
one of the talk about that tomorrow, so put it on the list, because I would definitely like to know, and you can put the spelling there. But yeah, I feel that all that happened today as well in my life, you know, being a voice in the darkness, you know, speaking joy to the lady at the water company, you know, getting on here tonight and really being able to pour out, you know, emotional not guidance, but emotional realness, you know, emotional stability, and showing that, you know, it is okay to allow the flow and know that the joy is coming. And one thing that it also reminded me of as you were reading was when you spoke about the crops and talking about the wheat and the tares. How about that? The wheat and the tares can grow together, right? And the elementals are what helps to prune the harvest and take out the things that are of low vibration. So they are working in conjunction with us as the archangels, you know, as the ancestors that are of higher frequency. They want to see us win. They really want to see us win. And in this energy of Black History Month, I seen somebody post about this. So if y'all gonna hear this and be offended, but then just sit in it. If you are celebrating Black History Month, you need to be celebrating all of it and how it began. And it began beyond Christianity. It began beyond what we know to be the way. It began in our roots, in our tap down deep in our DNA as kings.
Melanin, come on now.
The creators, you know, of this existence. And they did utilize astrology. They did utilize hoodoo and voodoo. They did utilize spiritual communion. They did commune with the ancestors. All of this was our history. So, and if we are going to embrace our story, we have to embrace it all and be open to learning more. Be open to reclaiming our roots, reclaiming our power, reclaiming our energy, and being madly in love with who we are. So we are here. We have had a time. We have really been charged. I'm so thankful for you, sis, again, for just creating the space and helping me to remember who I am, no matter what. You know, that we get to show up and we do get to do this. And even if it doesn't look like we're doing it, we're doing it.
We're doing it. And sometimes it don't
look it well. Doing it and doing it well.
Hey.
So yes, until next time, what do you want to say?
Thank you for being such an amazing accountability partner in this journey. You know, we are madly in love with us. We invite you to continue this ride with us. We are on day 4, going into day 5, and we got 23 more to go.
23 more to go.
We got some days left. Come roll with your sisters. We are the Circle of Sisters podcast, where we are soul sisters,
speaking out and fixing crowns in the process. So until tomorrow, y'all, peace and love. I'm going to ring the bell. Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe. And we're out.